Okay, everybody, we're going to do a show review again, and this one is All Around Acres show. They had one in Powell, Wyoming. We're going to peel the layers back, and we're going to get down to it and describe to you some of the show, and then we'll grade them to 1 to 10. Okay, I took 2 horses to this show this time around. I took Dreamer and Farrago. And if you're new to my channel, I go around and do little reviews on some of the horse shows in Wyoming. This is my life over 50. So I put Dreamer in, since it's our first real show. I put Dreamer in halter, showmanship, and lunge line, and we did trail and hand. And I'll describe to you what the difference is on that. So the halter class, we done age mares, because she is 5. They do have the young ones, 3 and under, you could put them in, but we did age mares and halter. That was such a huge class. The judge, I don't know how she judged it. There was so many different breeds in that. I think there was Arabian, there was a whole bunch of mini horses. It was really cute to see it. There was the 4-H mini horse club, I think, that was there from Billings and also from Wyoming, showing their little mini ponies, and it was really cute. I had troubles paying attention to what I needed to do. I was watching the ponies because they were definitely cute. Went ahead and, since it's our first show, I just made sure what we did is I just wanted her to stand still, be calm during it. It was a long class. She done very well. She stood still in the halter class. She didn't even mind the minis. The minis were right beside her, so I'm glad that. And she's never had a judge walk around her. She was a little nervous about that, but she handled it great. Because, you know, they have a clipboard and they walk around each horse. So, and the other mares that was in that class, they were quarter horses and also other mustangs. So it was a huge class. I don't know the count of it. If I would say it was good 20. I might be high, I don't know, but there was, counting the little ones, there was a lot in that class. So we done that, and she done perfect. I know the halter classes are hard to place, especially with the Mustang, if it's not judged by other Mustangs. I only put them in just to get them out there, to learn just to stand there, so I'm not really worried about placing in it or anything like that. I just want them to get out there. When you're starting a new horse, it's your first show, just stick them in a halter class. It does help get them settled in the arena, even if they are a little squirmy. There's a couple horses that were squirmy in it. It just gets them kind of ready for your riding. So when you go to ride in the afternoon or something, I just stick them in it just for the fun of it. I had fun just watching the little kids show their ponies. Half the time I probably wasn't on the right side watching the judge or anything like that. I was watching the ponies. Tell you the truth, they were a joy to watch. And then we did horsemanship, and that's still on the halter, but they do give a pattern, and I'll put the pattern up here. And so we did the open class on that. She did She done great. She was nervous enough that she didn't want to trot. She did not want to trot. We practiced it at home. She was doing really great at home, but when you take them someplace else, especially your very first time, it's new to them, so she didn't want to trot. But she did her back up and she did a pivot. She lined up to the judge. The judge walked around her and she was quiet about it. And she did really good on that one. And she did receive a ribbon on that one, and I'll put their pictures up there and show you the ribbons that they got. And then we did lunge line. The lunge line is you know, when you're lunging them at home on a lunge line, what they want to do is they time you. You have a certain amount of time to show them what you can do on a lunge line. Since she was nervous, she didn't walk very much. She was more trot and lope, and she loves loping around Mom. That's why I wanted to put her in it, just because she just loves to lope around me. And then she stopped perfect, and then I changed directions, and she went ahead and trotted and loped that direction. She didn't really do much walking, but she did. Every time I said ho, she stopped. So you just want to show them how your horse is on a lunge line. And she done really well. We're the only one in the class, so she got a blue ribbon for that. First place for Dreamer, because she was the only one. Then in-hand trail, we did do a lot of trotting on in-hand trail. She didn't want to do the trotting again, so we just walked over the poles, didn't make a big deal out of it. And then she did her backing around the combs, and I'll put the pattern up here again, and so you guys can see. And she backed around the combs, and she went over the bridge. She done there was a gate, a rope gate, and she did that, and you put the trot over the poles again. She didn't want to do that, so we walked them. And then you go up and you stop and you get them to turn. So she did her little turn, she done that fine, and then you walk out. So that was her first trip to town, and I figured she done good for a show. And she did everything she's supposed to be. She stayed calm and collective and hung out with everybody. She didn't wig out on anything. And she didn't take off with Mom, so that's a good thing. And Farrago. Little Farrago. So I put him in trail too. But with him, I was riding him. And I put him in open trail. In open trail, he did really well. This is his first time loping classes. I usually have him in walk trots. This time we're doing loping classes. And this time he had to lope over poles in the trail course. And that's the first time I've ever loped poles with him, because we didn't even practice that at home. He did it. I'm not complaining one bit, he did it. And he got a ribbon for the trail course. That was 6th place. So I'm very proud of him for that. He loped over those poles, and I was just tickled to death just him doing that. And he did the pattern pretty good. The only thing he kind of messed up is the gait again. We really need to, start focusing on the gait again, because he was doing the gait really well. Now he decided that he doesn't want to do the gait. But that's a young horse for you. You'll notice that they'll go through these little things. Then we did Western Pressure horsemanship. They do have a pattern for that one. You do your pattern first, and he done really well with the pattern. He was listening to me. He done a nice circle. I was proud of him for that one. And then with that one, after you get done with your pattern, everybody gets on the rail and you have to go around the arena on the rail. And this time around it's walk, trot, and lope. We walked, trotted, and then we loped. And I forgot to tell Farago it is not a race. Not a race. He was racing everybody. It wasn't beautiful. It was supposed to be like a nice, easy, working lope. And yeah, I don't know if he got excited and he decided he needed to lope everybody. We stayed in the middle, so we didn't stayed on the inside a little, just so I was passing people. And I was trying, the thing is when you start getting them to lope, once in a while they'll get this boost of energy, especially with other horses in the arena. They get nervous a little bit, and I don't know exactly what he was thinking, because he is kind of my little Chihuahua. He tries to outdo the Great Danes all the time. So he was out there just loping to death, out passing all the quarter horses that was out there loping, speeding by them. It was controlled. I controlled it. It was a workout for me. So I figured he would tire out, but we turned around and go the other direction. He was at it again, racing everybody. But in time, he will mellow out and he will kind of calm down. Like our next show, he'll be probably more relaxed for that. We didn't get a ribbon for that class. I understand. He tired Mom out. I had to go back to the horse trailer for that one. Take my chaps off. I was hot. Got some water. Got some water for him because he was huffing and puffing. So he tired both of us out. Next class is working ranch. I put him in open again with some loping. He done a really good job. That was a hard pattern, and there was a lot of leads and little turns that he had to do. He did the first part of that pattern, he did pick up the lead wrong, but when I broke him back down, he did pick it back, the other lead right, at the left lead that he's supposed to be on, he picked it right up. So I was proud of him for that, because that's really hard for a new horse that's loping and doesn't have much experience loping to do, and he did it. So we got in the right lead, and we went around. Then we just changed our leads again. So I broke him down, changed our lead. He'd done it again. And then we get to take off on the side, and out in the side, and we got to go really fast. And he'd done it. Slow him down, back down to the trot, and then over the poles. And he'd done his little spin. He'd done his back. I was really proud of him for that, and he actually got a ribbon for that class too, so I was proud of him. I was just proud that he's moving out, because he was pretty hard to get him to be comfortable loping, and I worked on it and he's comfortable loping. So I did take some video. I do always want you guys to see this. And the only reason I took the video is this girl, she was on a Mustang. I'll explain it to you, right, I'll add the video at the end and hop on and explain it to you a little bit and show you the pattern for that. But she was all Western tire, but she was in an English saddle, doing an English pattern for her very first time. I wanted to show you how these little shows with young people and stuff like that, how accepting they are of you trying to do anything. Judges are calm about it because they know we're all out there to have fun with our horses, new experiences. So I really encourage people, if you're worried about going to a show, go to one of these schooling shows, and they're just little 4-H shows. Have some family fun with your horses, get connected with your horses. Don't worry about the huge competition part of it, because it's not like that at these little shows. It's more family fun. Everybody gets to know each other, So this show I rated as a 10 out of 10 because when I was there, it was run real nice, real quick. The announcers were awesome. They had the halter classes running just like clockwork. Two judges, one for trail course and then one for everything else. They were on top of it. I'm very proud of this show. I know the girl that runs this show. She's such a sweetheart. She loves just watching the show. She, even if you don't have anybody rooting for you, she'll stand out on the sideline and whistle for you if you need her to. And she just loves watching the shows and putting these shows on for the kids. I like going to them to see the different type of horses that show up and to see the kids work with these days it's so hard to get a lot of the kids out to these shows, and when you see a whole bunch of them there, you know, they're having fun and enjoying, and they're learning something that's very important: responsibility and handling of an animal. It was a nice show. Beautiful hot day. Beautiful hot day. A little bit on the warm side. I think Farrago made Mom even warmer playing racehorse. Check this show out. I definitely give it. I do have videos to show you at the end, so stay tuned to that. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I want you guys to go ahead and take a look at what she's wearing. And she's in an English saddle with Western clothing, and she's doing an English pattern. Now, she's never done an English pattern before, and she's never rode an English before. So this is all new to her, but she really wanted to try it, and she just went out there and do it. And I don't think she did too terribly bad. Please comment down below if you have any questions or comments about the show. Let me know. I like your feedback. Thanks. Now we're to Dreamer and Farrago having their lunch. They're really hungry. This one, I was just warming her up before the halter class. Just lunging her around, getting her relaxed.